Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Be Good to Yourself. My name is Chef Billy Breedlove, aka Florida Boy with the Sauce. All right, I hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. You guys remember Wonderful Wednesday when you were in school, you got out early? They need to bring that back for adults. That's what they need to do. All right, so for today's pro tip, depending on time, we might push all the way through. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the ultimate bourbon bread pudding. That is right. Ultimate bourbon bread pudding. Before we get started, special shout out to Miami-Dade County Police Department. The Whiskey Rebellion. If you're not a part of that, guys, check that out. Get in the VIP chat. My guys, Chuck, our organization, It Takes a Village Animal Shelter. Check those guys out. Moto's Liquor. Can't thank you guys enough. Spirit Lux. And I think that's about it. So listen, let's get started. But before we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Chef Billy Breedlove or Be Good to Yourself. Instagram, Cafe 305 BBQ. Also the same on TikTok and also Facebook. All right, so what we have here is a little Michter's rye. Excuse me. Wow, excuse me. And I put a serious hurting on this bottle. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna quench our thirst. We're gonna go ahead and do a bottle kill on this. Can't go wrong with Michter's. All right. And we're gonna have this in this beautiful Cafe 305 Yeti cup. Listen, keeps all your drinks nice and cool. For that morning ride, keeps your cup and joe nice and going. So let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. As always, be good to yourself. And then listen, it is okay to bake and drink. Or you can drink and bake. Yeah, however you want to do it. All right, so let's get started. So what we got first here, we have equal parts milk and heavy cream. So we're gonna go ahead and get this up to a nice little simmer. You don't want it to be boiling, but you wanna have it enough to where you can add the eggs, the sugar and stuff into it, and that way you can just fold everything in together. Now, for the sake of time, what I go ahead and did is I toasted off some coconut and some walnuts as well. So we're gonna use that for, some of it's gonna go inside and some is gonna be for garnish. Now, what we have here is brioche bread, just simply diced into cube-sized pieces, okay? We're also gonna do a couple of these and some nice ramekins, just so you can see how it looks there. And listen guys, I got these ramekins off of Amazon, 12 bucks, can't beat it, they're beautiful. I'll try to put a link in the bottom of this content. So we'll see if we can get that. All right, so we got our eggs, we got our sugar. Also what we're gonna be putting in the custard mix is we have a little bit of bullet bourbon. Okay, we have our mix of extracts, which we have peppermint, we have star anise, we have banana, and of course, the standby vanilla. All right, so that's it, and we got our raisins here. So that's gonna come up to a nice little simmer fairly quickly. All right, now we got our extra bowl here. So at this point, what we're gonna do is things that's gonna also be mixed in here. So we have our raisins, right? We have our walnuts here. It's gonna be mixed in, and the toasted coconut is gonna go over the top. So keep that in mind. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get our walnuts in there, okay? Now, one of the easiest ways to make sure you don't end up with scrambled eggs is before you add your eggs and stuff into this, you're gonna pull it off and you're gonna add it on top of the bread, but you're gonna mix in the eggs with the milk and the heavy whipping buttermilk. All right, So we got that. We're gonna have ourselves a little drink. Forgot one thing. Let's get a little bit of butter. Let's see here. Ah, got it. Perfect. All right. I guess we have guests today. Amazing. Okay, but they'll have to wait. All right, so we got our butter, and that's gonna go in as well. All right. Take a quick look, see how this is doing. All right, that's already coming up to a nice little simmer there. Now our oven is preset already to 350. All righty. We're gonna take our butter, add that in there, get that nice and melted. Okay. We're gonna take our sugar, get that in there. All right. We're gonna take our extract. That's that. We're gonna take our bourbon. And of course, you can use whatever bourbon that you particularly like. Also, if you find a bourbon that's like a sherry cask or something like along the lines of a cognac that's a little bit sweeter, you can also do that. Okay? All right, let's take a look at this. Get this stirred in. All right, that's looking good. And like I said, this doesn't take long. Just let that get a little bit more melted, that butter, and we should be good to go. Now again, remember with these eggs, you want to add this in gently with a whisk, get the custard nice and built, and then you can pour all your bread in, and then you can put it back in the pan and then layer over the top like so. Okay? And go ahead, take our raisins as well. All right. There you go. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and take this mix, just like so. All right. See, take our whisk, get this all set up. All right, now this is nice and warm. So what we're gonna do at this point, we're gonna take our eggs and just gently add these in here. Just gotta stir that. So remember, we want to keep this going because we don't want scrambled eggs. All right. And if you guys could smell this, oh my God, it was so good. All right. Just gonna let our butter melt a little bit more. Keep this stirring to make sure we don't have any scrambled eggs. And also what this gives everything a chance to marry nicely together. Because once we add our bread in here, everything is gonna kind of be set the way that it is. All right, and once we get everything back in the pan, at this point, what we'll do, we'll pop this in the oven for about 25 to 35 minutes. It's kind of a slow process. Now, you're gonna check on this periodically because if you see that your bread is starting to brown, what you can do is just get some foil and cover this together. That way you keep it nice and moist, but it's not crispy on the top. All right, now take the rest of our bread. Get that all soaked up. Now you want to get the kids involved. Get them some gloves, let them get their hands a little messy. They wouldn't mind it at all. All right. And what you want to just kind of do is toss this so everything's nice and covered. Okay? You don't want to break up the bread too much because that's what's going to give it body. All right. Now everything's nice and mixed up. Take our ramekins for our little separate ones. And we're going to be serving this with some ice cream as well. All right, like so. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the rest of our mix and we're going to go back in the pan like so. We want to get this spread out. Okay. Get it pushed up to the edges, like so. All right. So I'm gonna let you guys see the ones in the ramekins, like so. And then this is what you have here in the pan. All right, so we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna pop this in the oven and we'll see you guys in a little bit. See you guys soon. Have a drink on me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna push through with this ultimate bourbon bread pudding. I've done a couple in the ramekin and I did some in a pan. We're gonna take that down to Miami-Dade County Police Station tomorrow. Give those guys a little pick me up. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the results. So, let you guys get a look at this. This is the one in the pan. Okay, we're gonna sit that right there. Ramekin. Okay, sit that right on the plate. Okay, these are hot, so please be careful. Ramekin number 2. And we're gonna sit those right on the plate like so. Let you guys get a look at that. And now, show you guys the setup on this. So, a couple of things. We got ourselves some powdered sugar. We got ourselves some melted Nutella with a little bit of milk. Okay. You guys saw our toasted coconut from earlier. We got that. And we got ourselves just some lightly sauteed banana slices. All right, so what we're gonna do is gonna take our 2 that we have here in the ramekin. Alrighty. Now, first things first, a little powdered sugar, and this is just the base. Okay. Now, we're gonna take our Nutella, and this is where you're gonna get creative. Kind of all over. Don't be shy. Like so. All right. We're gonna take a little bit of that toasted coconut right over the top, like so.
I'm Jeannie, and this is
right.
Play with California Closets.
Now,
Two girls.
we're gonna take our bananas, and we're gonna go right on top like so, like a little garnish. Ooh, sticky. Love it.
I love that I have a space now
Okay.
where I can create lasting memories as a family.
Schedule your free
There we go.
today at
All right.
CaliforniaClosets.com.
Want to hear something amazing?
We're gonna take our
Never matches
walnut right on top. And then what we're gonna do, you're gonna kind of repeat the process.
Extra cash. Come on, how amazing is that?
Okay.
In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places
Coconut.
Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the US that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes.
A little bit more Nutella.
Limitations apply.
All right. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take some Cafe 305 Down and Dirty sauce. Nah, I'm just playing. Don't worry, I wouldn't do that. All right. Take our Haagen-Dazs vanilla ice cream. Right on the side, and since that ramekin is nice and warm, it's gonna kind of help with a slow melt on that. Okay. And again, a little bit more of your Nutella right over the ice cream, like so. And you can serve this with some nice fruit or something like that, or you can just have at it just like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about it. Give you guys kind of a close-up on this bad boy. There it is. All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, be good to yourself. See you guys soon.